Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, seeing mostly sunny conditions out there currently. We did see some showers and thunderstorms move through the area earlier this morning, as well as some foggy conditions. But again, since then, we are looking at some pretty nice conditions out there with some fairly mild temps for this time of year. We will see some mild temps continue at least through the first part of the day before we see the breeze start to pick up, and we'll see some cooling temps as we move into the evening. Take a look at the current surface analysis. We have a boundary that is pushing through the area behind that. It's going to be pushing through mainly as a dry boundary and just a reinforcement of some of that cooler air that's going to be moving into the area. It's going to bring some gusty winds behind that as that pushes through. So out ahead of it, you're going to see those mild temperatures and things cool back down to a bit more seasonable as we get behind that front. We look at the current weather, just a few clouds around 25,000 feet, winds out of the west-northwest at 4 knots, temperature at 47 degrees, relative humidity is at 86%. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We can see just a few high clouds around the region this morning, but overall mostly clear skies as much of that shower activity is now well off the coast. And we'll expect clear skies or mostly sunny skies as we move through much of the day and into the first part of the evening. And then ahead of our next disturbance, we will see some increasing clouds as we move through the overnight and early morning hours for our Saturday. We'll take a look at the high-res model and see how that picture plays out. Again, quiet weather as we move through the day today, with the exception of some slightly breezy conditions. Could see a period of a wind advisory as we move through the day today, but otherwise mostly sunny. And then going into the evening, again, increasing clouds ahead of this next disturbance. It looks like any precip will hold off until after daybreak on Saturday. And as that precip chance moves into the region, it will likely see light rain starting by the time we get into the later morning hours, as you can see being indicated here on the model. There is a slight chance we see the initial hour or two of maybe some wintry mix there. This model probably overdoing the wintry mix more so than many of the other models, but so likely seeing a chance of some wintry mix possibly starting off, but then quickly transitioning over to rain. The better chance of a wintry mix will be at points around Salisbury and north of that. But moving through the day, we'll continue to see rain showers, and we'll continue to see warming temperatures as we move through the day as well. So that's going to help transition and keep things mainly rain as we move through the day. We'll actually see the warmest temperatures as we move through the overnight time frame into early Sunday morning before things start to cool down. As you can see, we start to see that rain wrapping up, and then by the time we get to the start of the day on Sunday, a dry boundary pushes through the area, and that's going to drop those temperatures and bring in some, once again, breezy northwesterly conditions for Sunday. Likely seeing a wind advisory for Sunday as we move through the day, but overall things do look dry for our Sunday. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have that yellow risk through our working hours today for winds at or above 25 knots. Again, behind that dry boundary, we'll likely see those winds shifting out of the northwest, 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to 23 knots, so just below that 25-knot threshold, but can't rule out maybe a brief period of seeing winds above that as we move through the day today. Expecting our high temperature right around 51, maybe 52 degrees, and that will likely occur right around or before noon this morning, and then behind the front, as those winds pick up, we'll see things start to cool down a few degrees back to more seasonable temperatures. Again, overall, mostly sunny as we move through the day today, mainly just a few high clouds here and there around. Then we'll see clear skies as we get later in the afternoon. And then later into the evening, we'll once again start to see some high clouds moving in. We'll see those temperatures cooling down into the evening as those winds lighten up. Ahead of the cloud covers, expecting our low temperature around 30 degrees for Saturday morning. And again, we'll see those increasing clouds with some mid-level and high-level clouds building in. And we'll start to see some lower-level clouds as we get into the start of the day. One Saturday becoming overcast to start the day. Seeing tides running normal at this time. And for Saturday, we'll see a cloudy day. Again, slight chance of rain and maybe some wintry mix early on in the day. And then rain will become likely as we get towards the late morning and into the afternoon. We'll see chilly temperatures through much of the day, but we will see those temperatures gradually warming as we move through the day and even more so into the evening. So our high temperature of 40 degrees likely occurring late in the time period here. We do have a red risk for that precip, and we will see some low ceilings and visibilities. So an orange risk for that. Orange risk continues for ceilings and visibilities into Saturday evening, as we do expect some lingering rain showers around the area. So we do keep an orange risk for precip as well. We'll also likely see some low clouds lingering behind the rain until that front comes through and pushes things out. And that's when we'll see things becoming mostly cloudy, and we'll see some slightly breezy conditions as we get to the start of the day on Sunday. Again, expecting temperatures to get close to maybe 50 degrees early in the evening, but then we'll see those temperatures falling down to a low around 39 degrees for Sunday morning. And then Sunday, fairly quiet weather day with the exception of some breezy conditions. We will have that orange risk for winds that are above 25 knots. Good chance of seeing a wind advisory for Sunday. Otherwise, we'll just see mostly cloudy conditions mainly early on, and then decreasing clouds as we move through the day and seeing our high temperature around 50 degrees. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.